In today's video, we are going to be breaking down ARK Innovation ARKK. It's a great ETF and one of the top most, I would say probably the most important ETF right now. Let's get down, let's check this out. So this ETF has grown huge over the past year, so let's break it down. Right now it's currently trading at $114 a share, pre-market $116 as of the time of making this video. This ETF does pay a dividend, which we all like on this channel. It pays 1.5%, which is essentially the same amount of dividend as something like SPY or VOO. And it does have a massive volume, 12 million shares on average being traded per day, but it does have a higher MER of 0.75%, which basically means for every $100 that you put into this ETF every single year, they take 75 cents of that $100 to invest your money. Basically, with ETFs, you're paying the people to invest your money. Now, if we look at the chart, it's had really good growth over the past couple of years. However, since coronavirus happened, we see massive, ridiculous growth. However, everyone's looking at this last drop as something that is scary. To me, it is not. Let's really break this down. Why is this not scary? Well, let's actually look at how this chart looks. This line here is still in line with where it dropped. It did recently have a massive growth from this point on. However, this is still the long-term growth line, and to me, that is still in line. It does pay a dividend. However, that dividend is not paid out monthly or quarterly. It is paid out once per year near the last day of trading of December. We've seen this since 2015. It never happened in 2016, but 17, 18, 19, and 20, it all happened. And it's paid roughly a half a dollar every single year. However, it's paid $1.16 in 2018. In 2019, it paid 19 cents. And then this past year, it paid a $2 dividend. That's actually quite massive for this ETF. Do I see this happening into the future? It's hard to say, considering that every single year seems to be different. The largest holdings are Tesla, Roku, Square, and a few others. Zillow is a real estate website, sort of like realtor.ca up here in Canada. And we all know about Shopify, Zoom, Square, Roku, Tesla. These are some of the most well-known names, as well as Spotify and Baidu. These are some of the most well-known names. Teladoc is a telephone doctor. So these are all great future companies to invest in. However, let's break down really quickly the top three companies. Tesla, they've had a massive pullback recently, but they are starting to gain momentum towards the positive. As we can see, that big drop recently, but that's happened pretty well across the board in tech stocks. And of course, massive growth since coronavirus hit. Will this continue? It's hard to say, but there are even more future products coming out, so I think that this is still a great company to invest in. Let's also remember that Tesla is not just a car company, it's an energy company and battery company as well, and there may be battery shortages coming soon. And I don't mean battery shortages being bad for Tesla. That would actually be good, because then their products would be worth more, or at least more valuable. From there, we look at their earnings, and their earnings have been pretty good, other than the most recent miss that they had. And of course, they continue to have revenue growth and also earnings growth, because as we can see, they were negative for 3 years in a row, and then recently, this past year, they have turned into a positive earning company. Let's also remember that Tesla has invested heavily in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has gone and doubled since they've started investing in it. Roku is another one. We all know them about their boxes, and from there, they have a lot of volume, and of course, they are starting to gain momentum just like Tesla. And same as Square. If you don't know what Square is, it's something that a lot of personal trainers will use because it will connect a device to their phone so that they can take payment while out on the job. And again, they are gaining momentum. Square, I think, are starting to look into or dabble into taking Bitcoin as payment. If they aren't yet, I think they were talking about it about a year ago. And they do trade at a high volume too. So this is also a good company to invest in long term. Because let's face it, there's going to be more and more businesses that are going to be started and they're going to be taking a lot of credit cards. That is the future. And of course, Square is going to enable that to happen. Between Square and PayPal, I think those are two of the futuristic companies for at least online and in-person payment. I think there's going to be less and less people looking to work a day job instead of running their own business. And that is one way that enables it. Anyways, I hope that this video has helped you really look at the ARK ETF. And of course, I personally like this ETF, but I do not invest in it. Remember, do not trust any random person online. Do your own research first. And I'll see you guys in my next video. I hope that you have enjoyed.